Hello everybody, March 24th, 2023. Not really anything has changed over the course of the week, so we're just going to go over these scenarios again really quickly here. I had been waiting for a pullback. I'm still waiting the pullback that honestly should be coming. However, it is possible in this accelerated bull scenario, if Bitcoin stays above 24.5, which it has, and starts moving up to 34, we could be seeing something more bullish. But we'd want to see a move from 34 down to about at least 30 again. So we really should see a pullback at some point, even if we do get that scenario. But all right, and then I'll talk about the blue bull scenario, the bear scenario, and the orange bull scenario during the stream here. So. All right, let us start with Bitcoin. Let me zoom out to the 4 hour. Okay, so let me start with the bear scenario because I am worried about this. This could be A. This could certainly be a B. This can absolutely be a C wave. Anywhere in this region up to 30.6. Honestly, even up to 34 can still be that ABC scenario. And this would be basically whenever we see a pullback take shape, if it is, if we get up to 34, but then we see 5 waves down, obviously that is very, very bearish. We would want to get out on the next pullback because we would then be going down to like 10K area. That is very much still on the table. That can happen pretty much at any time. So when the pullback occurs, whether it's now to blue or orange, we need to make sure, or whether it's from this higher point, 34, we need to make sure that it is 3 waves to blue or 3 waves to orange in order to want to get long. Or potentially if we get here, it needs to be 3 waves to about this 27.5 to 30 area that I was talking about. But no matter what, whenever we see the pullback, we need to see 3 waves in order to feel confident. So that's the bear scenario, is that this is an ABC, and a 5-wave move down would confirm that. And we might be able to see it in the micro as a warning. But let me go over the accelerated blue scenario next. I don't think it's likely, but honestly the action is absolute trash, so who knows what's likely at this point. So accelerated blue scenario says this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it is possible. This would be our A, B, and C for wave 2. Okay, so this is 5 waves up in blue 1, this is 3 waves down in blue 2. And then basically, accelerated scenario says this is our first wave, this is our second wave, meaning our third wave up should take us here. And that's that 34 area. So that's why I say if we get to 34, I'll more seriously consider the accelerated scenario. But until that time, I am not really considering it a high probability. So the nice thing is about Elliott wave is that, number one, I can say this area is just absolute junk. There's no good trades to be had, and I can just sit on the sidelines and watch it. Number two, I can say if it does go to 34, okay, whoop-de-doo, I miss out, but I know what to do next. If and when we get the 3-wave pullback, I buy, right? So it gives us kind of if this then that scenarios to play with. So if it gets to 34, then we watch for a 3-wave pullback and we buy. Blue scenario not accelerated would mean this is again our wave 1, that's still active. This being our wave 2, that's still active. But it says instead of this being 1, 2, and we're in 3 of 3, instead it really only looks like we have 5 waves up, meaning this would be the first wave of blue. Now the problem with that is how high it's gone. We went up to 28.8. Really, I don't like to see it go too much beyond the 618. 764 is okay. But you know, we've gotten even above that. We're halfway between the 764 and the 10, and that makes it look a lot more like that dangerous C wave. So again, pullback that happens is really the key here. But in sort of normal bull or blue scenario, this would be 1, 2, and then here would be our 1, 2, sort of down into this area, and then 3 up from there. And this would just be a very extended first wave. Obviously, I've got issues with that count as well. So again, we have to rely on what happens next. Is it a 3-wave pullback to there, or something larger? All right, the scenario I think I still like best, honestly, is the orange one. This is our 1 and 2. That's the same in blue and orange. In orange, though, this is our 3. Right? That's not 3. That's 3. I like this better because this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within 3. Okay, that looks a lot better to me. We then do have a weird ABC, and here's the issue with this. If you remember, we broke below the 0.5 fib. It wasn't by much, but it was there. This is the 0.5 fib right here, 19,930, and we did break down below it. We didn't spend much time there, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. But really, a wave 4 shouldn't break down that low. It's good, you know, we don't have overlap between 4 and 1, so that's a good thing. And so anyway, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt for now. But this would then mean, you know, that ABC here is our 4th wave, and now we have probably finished our 5th wave, which we can kind of see 5 waves here as well. So whether this is orange 5 or red C, it does look like logically we could be done with this move upwards. And so again, as long as we're below 30.6, I'm favoring a pullback. Above 30.6, I think, you know, that accelerated blue count or the red count is valid. But until that point, you know, as long as we kind of remain within this area that we're in now, I do expect a larger pullback at some point to form, hopefully down into this orange area. And this would then be our wave 1, and we want to see 3 waves into this orange area, which is basically 19K to 22.5. That's my ideal scenario. We'll see what happens, but that's what I want to see. I think it's what makes the most sense with this structure, and I think it's the safest thing that Bitcoin could do to clearly put us into a bearish scenario. You know, everything that it's been doing so far is kind of unclear, but that 3 waves to orange would make this pretty clear in my mind anyway. Of course, we have to watch, you know, make sure that doesn't turn into 5 waves instead. And the key really is that when you're dealing with, you know, is it a 3 wave or is it turning into 5, is that 3 wave moves should generally be equal. The A wave and the C wave should be just about the same length. If you start seeing the 3rd wave, instead of being equal, it starts going like a lot deeper, that says normally that, you know, you got to be careful. And, you know, you very well might see a 4 and then a 5. And obviously that 5th wave down would then confirm it. But a very extended C wave would be a warning that it's actually a 3rd instead of a C. Okay. I think that's everything I've got. So again, for now, I expect a pullback of some sort, at least to like 25K area. I think is the least we should possibly get. Hopefully into this 22.5 to 19 area would be even better. I would love that, because then we can buy with some pretty strong confidence at that point. Buying here, stopping here, and the next target above is like huge because it would be a 3rd wave. So that's what I'm hoping for. All right. yeah, I've got a busy weekend. I will talk to you all again on Monday. We'll see if anything's happened over the weekend or if Monday action has given us any clues. But micro, I didn't even go over the micro because it's just, honestly, it's all trash right now. There's nothing that the micro can tell us at all in the low time frames. So that's why I didn't go over it. All right, I'll talk to you all on Monday. Have a good weekend.